Greetings and thanks for dropping by for the latest edition of Mentor Mike's Market Movie. Today is Saturday, November the 10th, 2012, and we're all set up for our replay, but first let's take a look at the trading that went on earlier this week. Here is our turning point chart. This one is using just the day's session. Here's our Monday. We had a low, high, low. It also is kind of the bottom of this particular swing. On Tuesday, we rallied up and had a high, low, high. Then a very precipitous drop for a low, high. More of a drop, low, high, low. And here is our Friday with another high, low here. And we're in the vicinity of an intermediate low here, so we should probably be looking for a turn to the upside. Let's go back now and take a look at Monday a little bit closer up here. It was pretty unidirectional. It was kind of coming down in the pre-market, bottomed out right after the open, and then was up the rest of the day. I marked the turning points as high, low, high. By comparison to the turning point chart, I think it was really a low, high, low day based on the parabolic on this chart. So that would have put this turning point down here as a low, then the high, then the low, and this ended up going over to the next day. Here is our Tuesday, pretty unidirectional. I did take this counter trend move here. Based simply on the fact that we had a nice red, white, and blue alignment on this outside-in trade. Then we had Wednesday, where we had quite a difference in the direction. This was a long, slow correction. I did expect it to go all the way to the trend definer, and it finally did. All we had was a low and a high here. And this was, I guess, Thursday, and another sort of corrective bounce and followed by a sell-off. And then here is Friday, and this will be the day that we'll replay. So you can look at these charts in closer detail next time. Okay, and there's a final parting shot with the turning point. So we're going to be doing this day here. And as you can see, it's going to be starting out as a low at the beginning of the day. So with that in mind, I've got a setup here. Let me bring back our little dashboard so we're ready to go. And notice that our longer term MACD is dropping pretty good. The stochastic has just recently crossed the 50% level, and our blue is just crossing the white. So actually we could commence with a short trade right out of the box here. And away we go. I've got the white moving average on here. think I'm going to remove that. Okay, we've hit all three targets here. And I had the white moving average on here because it provided a nice little red, white, and blue alignment. But it does get a little distracting when you're trying to set the stop and all. So I am going to remove that real quick here. If I can find our, here it is, 13 bar. Okay, now let's continue to run out the clock and let's see when we get our next opportunity. I've got the parabolic set, I'm sorry, I meant to say the Donchian channel set to the length of the trend defining moving average today so that we can see where the outermost reaches are. All right, we have flipped our parabolic here, and that suggests that we are going to start heading back to the trend definer, and that this is going to be the start of a good outside in type trade. So let's get long, and we will draw our arrow from here. Now it looks like the stochastic is rather already overbought, but remember we have it set here to the white moving average, so it's quite likely that a good deal more of it will occur before the stoch goes back down below the white. The old stochastic pop that we've talked about before. Stopped out. But I think we're going to get another shot at this. Oh yeah, we're taking out this high, so I'm going to get back in again. I think that happened to me in the live trading as well. Another stop out. Let's see if we get another turnaround. Yep, we sure did. Let's try it again. We're right at the start of the new day here. And stopped out again. Very choppy, and the way we have it set here, we have a very close automated stop. One of the things I think I will do is let's drop it down to the 1 minute chart. We'll get a better idea of where the re-entry points are from the lower time frame. Okay, we got this thing rising yet again. All right, let's go back to the 3 minute. Okay, all three targets were hit. Let's drop down to the 1 again. Looks like we're going to get another shot at this. Let's draw the arrow before we forget. Let's see, I think we got in about there, and it took us till about there before we were stopped out. And it looks like we've got yet another opportunity stopped out again. But I think we might even get one more shot here. Let's see if this thing turns around. Yep. Okay. That's what we like to see. All right, let's drop back down to the 3. Quite a few trades, but they've all paid off. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing up a little bit, like right about there maybe, before we re-enter. That's a much better shot. When you get a drop like that, chances are it'll come back and retest, but then it probably is going to go back down at least to that level. So if you have the patience to wait till it comes back up, you can sometimes do all right. Now we're coming off of this upper Donchian channel that's based on the trend definer. So there's a pretty good chance that this is the start of an outside-in type trade. Yep, all 3 targets. That's what we like to see. I think when I was trading live, I got in about here, came down, hit the first target, got stopped out, and got in again. All right, notice how the price is finding support here. Notice how our MACD was bullish for this whole distance from lower Donchian to upper Donchian. Okay, we flipped the parabolic. Let's see if we get a chance to get back in the other direction. All right, now this MACD is staying bearish all the way, and we have dropped out of the overbought zone on the stochastic. We're about to cross the white. Looks to me like a good place to get short. Again, notice the support at the trend definer. The fact that the price is clinging to that area shows that we've made a good selection for a trend defining moving average on this time frame. Well, what's going to happen first? Are we going to get stopped out, or are we going to hit the target? Looks like the target. Okay. And we're pretty close to the end of the day, so I would not start a new trade at this point. Let's just run out the clock. Okay, well, we took a lot of little choppy trades here, but we hit at least the first target on all of them. So we had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I haven't had that busy of a day in a while. And if we were trading 9 contracts and 3 targets, we could have made $4,550. Not a bad day's haul. So come back and see us next time on Mentor Mike's Market Movie.